मणिपुर पिछले 18 महीनों से जल रहा है। 18 महीनों से लगातार वायलेंस की खबरें यहाँ से सामने आ रही हैं। मेजर इम्पैक्ट जो दो कम्युनिटीज़ हैं, मैतेई कम्युनिटी और कुकी जो ट्राइब्स जो हैं, उन दोनों के बीच में ये कॉन्फ्लिक्ट जो हम मेनलैंड से देखते हैं वो साफ तौर पर नज़र आ रहा है। हम कल इम्फाल में थे, इम्फाल में हमने लोगों से बातचीत की तो उनका कहना है कि अगर सेंट्रल गवर्नमेंट चाहे तो एक हफ्ते के अंदर दोनों कम्युनिटी को बातचीत पर ला सकते हैं और इस मसले का हल निकाला जा सकता है। मेरे पीछे आप देख सकते हैं ये पूरी वॉल ऑफ रिमेम्बरेंस का एक पूरा साइड में उन्होंने बनाया हुआ है, जहाँ पे कुकीज़ो मार्टर्स की तस्वीरें लगी हैं। यहाँ पे वुमेन विक्टिम्स की फ़ोटो लगी है, आप मेरे पीछे देख सकते हैं, कुकीज़ो वुमेन विक्टिम्स। यहाँ पे साफ तौर पर लिखा है स्टेट स्पॉन्सर्ड एथनिक क्लेंजिंग। यहाँ लोगों को लगता है कि ये स्टेट स्पॉन्सर्ड एथनिक क्लेंजिंग की गई है क्योंकि स्टेट का कोई इंटरवेंशन ही नहीं है। आप यहाँ देखिए, यहाँ और भी लोगों की तस्वीरें हैं जो हर एज ग्रुप के लोगों की तस्वीरें हैं, बच्चे, महिलाएं, बूढ़े, सब की तस्वीरें यहाँ पर देखने को मिल रही है। इन सब लोगों ने इस 18 महीने के एथनिक वायलेंस में अपनी जान गंवा दी है और इस देश के प्रधानमंत्री नरेंद्र मोदी शांत बैठे हैं। वो आज तक मणिपुर में नहीं आए, ना वो बस एक दो बार स्टेटमेंट इशू करते हैं कि पीस रिस्टोर करने के लिए वो कुछ कर रहे हैं, लेकिन क्लियरली 18 महीने में ये फील नहीं हो रहा है मणिपुर में आकर कि कोई भी स्टेप जो है सरकार की तरफ से लिया गया है। बड़ा सवाल ये है कि आखिर इस राज्य को जलने क्यों दिया जा रहा है? मणिपुर क्या इस देश का हिस्सा नहीं है कि किसी का फोकस मणिपुर पर नहीं है? 18 महीने से चल रही इस एथनिक क्लेंजिंग पर नहीं है। हम यहाँ पर इम्फाल और चुराचांदपुर डिस्ट्रिक्ट पे दोनों ही कम्युनिटी के लोगों से बात करने की कोशिश करेंगे। मैतेई कम्युनिटी और कुकी ट्राइब के लोगों से बात करने की कोशिश करेंगे और समझेंगे कि ग्राउंड पे एग्जैक्टली क्या अनफोल्ड हुआ है, कैसे उन दिक्कतें वो फेस कर रहे हैं और रिलीफ कैंप में रह रहे लोगों को क्या परेशानियों का सामना करना पड़ रहा है। ये चुराचांदपुर डिस्ट्रिक्ट में एक रिलीफ कैंप में इस वक्त मौजूद हैं। ये जो पीछे आप देख सकते हैं ये एक बैंक बिल्डिंग है। इज दिस अ बैंक बिल्डिंग? नो, इट इज़ अ बैंक बिल्डिंग, राइट? या तो ये एक बैंक बिल्डिंग है। लैंग्वेज यहाँ पे थोड़ा बैरियर है, बट आप देखिए यहाँ पे जो पीछे आप देख पा रहे हैं, ये यहाँ पे 7 परिवार रहते हैं। हमने यहाँ लोगों से बात की तो उनका कहना है कि 7 परिवार रहते हैं यहाँ पर। हमारे साथ यहाँ पर इस पूरे वायलेंस में जो 18 महीने से चल रहा है उसमें एक विक्टिम भी है जिनके हस्बैंड को जला दिया गया। हम उनसे पूछेंगे कि एग्जैक्टली क्या हुआ, व्हाट हैपेंड विद हर हस्बैंड।
On 4th May, yes, on 4th May, I think there was a violence going on. Their village was just nearby our village. So I could not get all the details, but according to what she have said, on that night she was busy with her children and the husband. I think those metes, the mob, no, those people attacked the house. Then they started burning some of the houses. On that process, I think he was burned alive. He was not the only one.
There were more people.
Yes, more people. Yes.
So you also live in a relief camp, right?
Yes, ma'am.
So when the violence broke out, like May 3, 2023, when all of this was happening, so what do you think? Who were these people who came and started attacking? How did it unfold? If you would like to share some details.
I think they were not the people who live nearby our village, but they were the Arambai Tingos. We are very sure about that because those people who live nearby our village, they call us and they say nothing will happen. We have no plans to attack you and all. You can live peacefully. But at the night, no, it just happened. So we have to run for our life. Our village, it was Salampatong village, and then when those people started attacking their village, we heard from the phone calls that they started attacking. So by any means, we have to start running for our life. So after they attacked those village, we have heard the information, so we have run, but they were the first victim, I think.
How far is that village from this place?
This place, it was Kangpopi district.
Kangpopi.
Yeah, it was Kangpopi district, and then this is Churachandpur district. I think it is very far.
So how do these people come to manage here? They came by road, by vehicles. How did they come?
No. They run for their life in the forest.
In the forest.
Yes. Here by foot. I met them. Yes.
So how many children does she have?
4.
4.
Yes.
4. All of them are very little, I assume.
Yes.
Yeah. So the group that you're talking about, Arambai Tengol, it's a Meitei group,
Yes,
no?
yes.
So you believe all of them were there too who were tagged.
Yes, yes, ma'am.
So in the village, you guys were living with Meitei people or not?
Yes, we live together with
So
them.
how was it before all of this?
Before we have nothing. We are just living together peacefully. We don't have any problem.
So why do you think all of this is happening?
I don't know,
And
ma'am.
targeted
Maybe.
violence.
Oh, I think this is something due to political, geographical issues, no?
So do you have a message for the government in order to what all is happening and they've not intervened? It's been more than 18 months now.
Yes. I think a lot of things that we can say, but personally, I don't want to speak.
That's okay.
Those, yes.
That's okay. So ये रिलीफ कैंप की हालत है. छोटे से एरिया में 7 परिवार रहते हैं. डू यू माइंड इफ आई गो अराउंड इन? इट्स ओके. 7 परिवार रहते हैं. आप देखें यहाँ पे मैट्रेसेस हैं, उसी में उनका थोड़ा बहुत सामान रखा है. हम जब यहाँ बात कर रहे हैं तो उनका कहना है कि वो अपने गांव से फॉरेस्ट एरिया से, हिल्स में से निकल कर भाग के अपनी जान बचाकर कहीं पहुँचे हैं जहाँ वो सब इकट्ठे होकर आ पाएँ, और उसके बाद से वो यहाँ पिछले 1 साल से रिलीफ कैंप में ही रह रहे हैं. आप देख सकते हैं कि यहाँ की लिविंग कंडीशंस क्या होगी अगर 1 साल से लोग यहीं पर रह रहे हैं अपने छोटे बच्चों को लेकर. जब हमने बात की तो हमें जो समझ में आया वो ये है, क्योंकि लैंग्वेज इज़ अ बैरियर, जितना हम समझ पाए हैं वो मामला ये है कि इनिशियल जब वायलेंस शुरू हुआ 3 मई 2023 को, 4 मई को उनके हस्बैंड के बारे में वो बता रही हैं कि उनको जिंदा जला दिया गया. मैतेई मॉब जिसको वो एक ग्रुप दे रहे हैं, आरम्बाई तेंगोल के ग्रुप, उनको ऐसा अंदेशा है कि वो ग्रुप से लोग थे जिन्होंने उनके हस्बैंड को जला दिया, और वो इनिशियल विक्टिम्स में से एक हैं जो इस वायलेंस के हैं. Where is she from first?
Okay, she is from Salampatong village.
Salampatong is in what district?
Kangpokpi district.
Kangpokpi
Yes.
district, which is at the other side to Imphal, no?
Yes, yes.
So when did she come here?
It was last year, ma'am.
Last year,
Yes.
in May only.
No, ma'am, not May. December, November. I think it was on November. Yes.
November.
Yes.
So how did she come here? What happened with her? What's her story when she came here from Kangpokpi to here?
Oh, okay. On 4th May, that the previous story, no?
Yeah.
After we have heard those stories attacking those villages,
Yeah.
we started running for our life. But our village, we
So
were
you
also-
heard the Meitei group
Yes.
attack some other village, and that's how you all started running.
Yes, we
Yeah.
started running. The chief of our village, he announced that we have to run for our lives, so everyone scattered. Those who have vehicle, they run by through the vehicles, and then those who don't have, they just run by their foot. On the way, I think their family scattered. So I called Albert. How was your family? And then he said something happened to with my father. So I think his father collapsed on the way.
How?
Those people started attacking. No.
So it happened because of the attack? Or?
Yes, ma'am. It was because of the attacks. Our family, we managed to run by our vehicles. So I just called them, and then they said their vehicles got broken, so they could not use their vehicles. And then on the way, when they ran for their life, their father got collapsed on the way. When the
Was he shot?
no, ma'am, he was not shot, but those people come to attack us because of the panic or something. I do not know, ma'am.
Oh, because of
Yes.
some panic, or maybe he got a heart attack. That's what you're saying, or something like that.
Yes.
Panic attack. or
Yeah,
something.
we have heard a message that those people come to attack us
Yeah.
because of that.
So, like when you're also living in a relief camp. So, what
Yes,
are the
ma'am.
problems in relief camp that you all are
A
facing?
lot of problems. Education, we have a lot of problems. Our primary needs were not met, and then many other things. For our futures, we have to think for our futures, fear of futures, and then financial difficulties were there because we could not get works, no, for pay works. I mean.
What do you do as of now?
As of now, I work as a tutor.
You're a
Yes,
tutor.
yes,
Yeah.
ma'am.
Before all of this happened, what were you doing?
I was a student.
You were working,
Yes.
studying. Yeah.
Yes,
What
ma'am.
were you doing?
Master. I'm pursuing my master study, ma'am.
Masters. So
Yes.
now you are not able to pursue that any further.
Right now I got admitted in a college. I studied again.
Okay,
this
in a
year.
different college you got
Yes,
enrolled
ma'am.
altogether.
Yeah.
Okay. So, the females who have been living in these relief camps, they might be facing a lot of issues, sanitary problems.
Yes.
Then there's periods and all of that. What could you tell us more about
For
that?
that, I think we don't face problem because sanitary pads are available.
Okay.
In that case, it's available. But for women, we have many basic needs.
Yeah, because there are washrooms.
Yes.
How are you all coping with that?
I think when it comes to washroom and all, I think we face problems, of course, but we have to adapt, no, and by any means,
Right.
whatever is provided to us.
So, what do you think? How long will it go ahead, and how long will you guys be able to move back to your village?
I think it will take a lot of time, ma'am, because it's something that have to do with political issues.
Yes.
So I think it will take time.
So, all of you had permanent houses in the village, no?
Yes, ma'am.
So, are they burnt or are they still?
Yes, they
they're
are burned. Yes, even our burned houses and all. No, we went to see the next day,
You guys went there?
yes, we went because those attackers they don't come just one night. They attack
Okay.
for, I think it was almost for a month. They come and loot our things. They went back. They come and loot our things. They burned some houses. They went back. It's like that.
So, were they saying something when they were coming to attack? Were they saying something particularly, saying something to the tribes and everything?
Yes, I think so because some men they say they have to look for the village, so they went back and then they were hiding in the forest. They said those like cookie people will kill you, something like that. They shout. I think they shouted those type of the words, no.
So, it might have been very scary for all of
Yes.
you to run with children through the forest.
Yes,
So, you all were moving in the night only.
yes, ma'am. It was night.
So, what happened with her husband? That was at the night of May 3rd of May, 4th of May.
Oh,
only.
yes.
So, how is she coping with all of that?
That 3 that 4 hot na to ulam mo bang ti long ki hu logo bang ti long po dam ti chu yu bu yau kho gen na chu ya ba gen
What did she do when that happened? Because
did-
there were no medical
yes
facilities, no?
je go to chu bang la ti em chu mi king pan pina la da na mo
wala hak sana ka to cho mi kinga i pan pi win ka ti la ko ma i pan pi thei lam ta lo ang sa ta ga gen thei ta ga ke nu cho ho ko mo ni ba na kan ang ti gen ni le mak sa ka sa sing pe
she says she could not speak it properly, but yes,
again
it was so hard for her to tell it again. But the story was like the moment she heard that her husband collapsed, she called her children and then telling about the matter. So they were on the road asking for help to the people, but nobody helped them because everyone was running for their life. That was the story. No?
So, for medical facilities, every hospital, big hospital, is in Imphal.
Yes.
So, now you guys are not able to, Kuki tribes are not allowed in Imphal.
Yes.
So, how are you people here? Because you might be also seeing it's more than a year now. So, how is everybody doing their medical needs?
It's terrible because
Where do all of you go for if somebody gets a medical?
district hospital. Ma'am.
There is a district hospital in
Yes,
Churachandpur.
yes. District hospital is in Churachandpur, but the problem is that for finances and all, we don't have any help source. So I think it is personal thing. So this is the main problem. For people who can cope with those financial issues, they can go to different places. But for those who face problems in financial issues, by any means they have to go to district hospital for any types of disease, no treatment.
इस वक्त हम मोइरांग रिलीफ कैंप में हैं जहाँ पे मैतेई जो समाज से लोग हैं वो रह रहे हैं। यहाँ पे जानते हैं कि क्या दिक्कतें आ रही हैं। आप लोग पहले तो कहाँ से हैं और यहाँ कैसे आए?
We are from this Phawak Tarikai, Tobung Phawak Tarikai, and we are coming here from that 3rd May because of the conflict that happening with Meiteis and that cookies. From that day we are staying here.
How far is that place from where you came to here?
It is around 5 or 6 kilometers only.
Okay, 5 or 6 kilometers only. So you guys came here on May 3rd only. Like it all started on 3rd of May, 2023.
3rd of May. It was starting on that day. We cannot even stay there because they are coming.
What happened exactly on that day?
Exactly, that was they are coming. Somehow they are coming as a relay, but they are not coming like a relay. They are coming like a war, no? And they are holding their weapons and all.
Who were these people?
Cookies, all the cookies are holding the weapons and all, and they are targeting to us, and we cannot do anything at all because there are many the state force and all there. We are telling to them that please stop us, no, help us. They are telling that we cannot help. We cannot. We just we cannot. I don't know how to say. No command. I don't.
We don't have the command to help you.
We don't have to command from the Indian, no, from
Yeah.
the government. So
To
we
help
cannot
you.
do anything else.
This is what armed forces told you.
Yeah. That was happening like that, and we don't know. We want to save our life. We want to save our life. That's why we are coming here.
Yeah. So in your area, from the people you know, are there some who died in all of these conflict times?
Yeah. Somehow, I hope that one of that was dead. No, they shoot them in their leg, and we cannot take them out, and he was dead. And others are not dead. They are firing our house and all. No, and we are. I don't know. We are watering. The tears are coming from our eyes, and we are running. We want to save our life. That's why, because we are thinking for our child. We have to save our life. That's why we are coming.
For the
Yes.
past 18 months, all of you are living here only.
Yeah.
So what are the problems you all are facing, being women particularly, the challenges increase? So what are the problems you are facing here living in relief camps? With
It is-
children?
Yeah. It is many problems are facing, but we have to manage it because we are. They give us our habitat. They are giving us place to sleep and to wear the clothes and all they are giving. So we are very thankful to these Moirang people. No, we are very thankful to them because they are also having a family, so they cannot provide all our needs and all. No, that's why we are.
So all of this is from the help of people locally.
First 2 3 months are like that, and after that around 3 months or like that from the government and all it was issuing from the government.
आप यहाँ कहाँ से आए हैं?
Hogakjai खाई से
वो कितना दूर है यहाँ से?
11 किलोमीटर दूर।
तो आप लोग कैसे वहाँ से जब हुआ ये सब, तो आप लोग भी मई में आ गए 2023
हाँ।
मई को, कैसे आए उधर से?
मैं 3 तारीख में हम लोग यहाँ से खाकर आते हैं।
तो कितने लोग आए आपके साथ?
मेरे साथ मेरे 2 बच्चे और बहू 7 आदमी थे।
छोटे छोटे बच्चों के
नहीं।
साथ आने में दिक्कत
छोटे तो नहीं
नहीं? तो जैसे यहाँ और भी छोटे बच्चे हैं, तो सब लोग आप लोग एक साथ ही
हाँ,
भागे
हाँ,
होंगे
एक
ना
साथ,
जब हुआ
हाँ,
होगा?
एक,
तो सब लोग कैसे गाड़ियों से इधर पहुंचे?
नहीं
कैसे?
नहीं
ऐसे ही आए?
ऐसे ही भागकर।
यहाँ क्या दिक्कतें हो रही हैं रिलीफ कैंप में रहने में?
हाँ
क्या परेशानियां हो रही है यहाँ पे? जैसे अभी ठंडी आ गया है तो कपड़े और ये
हाँ
सब
हाँ हाँ
ये सब
कपड़े तो
दिक्कतें?
दरकार है हम लोग का। ठंडी का टाइम ना,
हाँ।
तो क्या करूँ, सरकार ने दिए सकती है।
लोग अपने कपड़े को अपने घर से निकाल कर हम लोगों को देता है सब लोग, इसीलिए हम आफ्टर उन लोगों ने बहुत दिया, वो सामान दिया, वो मैट्रेस और वो लोग सब कुछ दिया उन लोगों ने।
तो आपको क्या लग रहा है कि क्यों ये सब जो झगड़ा शुरू हुआ, क्यों शुरू हुआ? क्या लग रहा है लोगों को ज्यादातर?
हमको लग रहा है कि उन लोगों ने बहुत पहले से प्लानिंग किया है हमारी मैतेई लोगों से अटैक करने के लिए, बहुत दिनों से और बहुत समय से उन लोगों ने प्लानिंग किया हुआ है।
तो पहले आप लोग जैसे ये सब शुरू नहीं हुआ था तो तब क्या मैतेई और कुकी ट्राइब के लोग साथ में रहते थे?
हाँ,
आसपास?
साथ में रहते थे,
तो तब ऐसा कुछ झगड़ा नहीं होता?
कुछ झगड़ा नहीं होता। खाना और पीना सब कुछ शेयर करता था। हम लोगों को बिल्कुल ऐसा कभी नहीं सोचता था। हम
एकदम
लोगों को
से कैसे फिर?
एकदम अचानक से कैसे हुआ हम लोगों को भी कुछ पता नहीं है।
अभी आपके जैसे कुकी ट्राइब के कुछ लोग होंगे जो जिनको आप जानते होंगे, उन लोगों से बातचीत अब होता है कि बिल्कुल नहीं?
अभी बातचीत कभी नहीं होगा। कैसे होगा?
अब नहीं होगा।
हाँ, कभी कैसे नहीं होगा, क्योंकि उन लोगों ने हमारी लोगों को बहुत पिटाया और बहुत मारा, बहुत बुरा हाल से मारा। हम उनकी शक्ल भी देखना नहीं चाहता।
सरकार से क्या कहना चाहते हैं?
सरकार से हम लोगों का कहना है कि ये वार शुरू हुआ था ना, ये खत्म कर दीजिए। हम शांति से रहना चाहती है। हम घर वगैरह कुछ नहीं चाहिए, हमें शांति चाहिए और वापस हमारे घर चलना चाहती है हम लोग। इसी बात से कहना चाहते हैं।
तो ये मैते कैंप में हमने बातचीत की जहाँ लोग कह रहे हैं कि सरकार से सिर्फ एक ही निवेदन है कि ये जो भी हो रहा है इसमें इंटरवीन करे और उन्हें सिर्फ और सिर्फ शांति चाहिए, ना उनके टूटे जलाए घर चाहिए, ना कुछ और, बस स्टेट में जो है शांति चाहिए। और 18 महीने हो चुके हैं इस पूरी लड़ाई और झगड़े को शुरू हुए, लेकिन आज भी स्टेट में शांति नहीं है। आज भी लगातार रिसेंट की खबरें आ रही हैं जिनेवा में वायलेंस शुरू हो जाता है और ये तमाम बहुत टेंस सिचुएशन है। पूरी आर्म्ड फोर्सेस पूरे मणिपुर में डिप्लॉय की गई है। हर चेक पॉइंट पे चेकिंग हो रही है। एक डिस्ट्रिक्ट से दूसरे डिस्ट्रिक्ट के बीचों बीच 3-4 चेक पॉइंट लगा के चेकिंग हो रही है। तो ये इंटरस्टेट जो डिस्क्रिमिनेशन हो चुका है आपस में, इसको रोका जाना चाहिए। ये एक बहुत बड़ी समस्या है। यहाँ छोटे छोटे बच्चे हैं जो रिलीफ कैंप में रहने के लिए मजबूर होते हैं। आप यहाँ देखेंगे तो इसी सिचुएशन में लोग रह रहे हैं आसपास। इस तरह की कुछ पेमेंट बने हैं जहाँ पे डब्बे माचिस में डाल के लोग अपना रह रहे हैं, खाने पीने का कर रहे हैं। उनका कहना है यहाँ के जो लोकल लोग हैं वो उनकी काफी मदद कर रहे हैं। वो उनको खाने पीने और सर्दियों के कपड़े, ब्लैंकेट्स और ये सब प्रोवाइड करवा रहे हैं ताकि लोग थोड़े आराम से यहाँ पर रह सके। पर यहाँ लोगों का सिर्फ एक ही निवेदन है कि सरकार इस मामले में इंटरवीन करे और शांति लाए राज्य में। हम चुराचांदपुर के एक और रिलीफ कैंप में इस वक्त मौजूद हैं। ये रिलीफ कैंप कुकीज़ ट्राइब का रिलीफ कैंप है। यहाँ पे हमारे साथ लोग हैं, लेकिन लैंग्वेज इज़ अ बैरियर हियर फॉर पीपल टू स्पीक, विच इज़ वाई वी हैव किम टू ट्रांसलेट इट फॉर अस। वेयर इज़ ही फ्रॉम किम?
Kiu hi le sa yang ke mo pa le yang to mo.
He is from Saizang, Pailengzang, which is also known as Pailengzang. It is in Kangpopi district.
It's also in Kangpopi
Yes.
district. So how did he end up here? How did he come here?
Bangti hong lahem bangti ni pa hong lahem ji ho chu.
Kiu hi tarik ba ta tarik li atha ka in tha lo mo. Pa sa ka tarik li pa sa ka hu tarik li pa sa ka gama pa mo gam la ka mo hung ki har pa sa gama ka pat ka mo gama pa sa ka sampun ka hung to go mo tang kun ho ko ka ye cho ka hung ki bang ki ro ka hung mol pi lip ke ma ka hung ki ro mo mol pi pa sa sui lam ka hin kisi kom ta ti pare ni ti nu pa la mol pi mo ye pa sa chun ye ka hap ta khat he ka hung mo mo ai the lo di phara ka hung no phar ka ilam ka hung be pe gu sukunu lam ka hung be pe gu mo lam ka tu.
Okay. He said from fourth night of May, they were in the forest. Since the situation worsened, they know that they cannot go back to the village, so they managed to went to another village, which is Sanpun village. That is a Naga village. So from there, they have heard the news that things get worsened, so they have to move to one relief camp. Bang relief camp ta Molpi relief camp. So from there, after a week, I think he said we stayed there after a week, and then after that we came here.
So I see he had very little children. So how did he came with them here?
Chate ani ola nei ho to bang hong lebem gari ho hong lebem ola gam
Kiang ka hung mo sa gari uliro karamo ka hung za pe go hung pe ka.
He said he get some of his basic needs, and then with those kids they went through the jungle only. And then from those relief camp, of course they travel by vehicles, but before that they have to travel in the dense forest.
So what did he used to do before the violence break out?
Boina tun masanga bang na la hola se ma ki ba la
Boina mo boina
ko sunga mo bang hola se ma
masanga bang nala se me
boy masanga kana se bo ji le thing tang lo ho mo le phai lo ho.
They were cultivators man.
Cultivators.
Yes.
So now how are they like feeding their children? What is their source now to livelihood? How are they managing money?
Banga sum la lo a tik and call the hega mati. Masem ho
In lam mo
takin.
ye hi bang masale lo na di ka he pu mo setting boarding le ki he lo.
He said the main problem is that there is no work. Nobody provide them jobs, work, no. That is the main problem.
So their children doesn't go to school abhi yahan pe?
La chate ho ko na sponsor school ho ji hai
E to le ki hon neu khat in lam mo bang mo kha ka ki apane to ka si tu ko mo ye government hi pan na te neu khare ki thu pi mo ye he ka shop lo.
I think they went to the government schools.
Now they are not going to any school, or here they are going to a government
Ane
school?
ho hi bangji ka chi lo bam pe school ji.
Ane ho hi tu
I
ni
think they went to
suti
school man. I think it's holiday.
Okay, today is a holiday, which is why. Okay, so जब मणिपुर पिछले 18 महीनों से यहाँ पे वॉयलेंस चल रहा है, इस वॉयलेंस में दूर में बैठे मेनलैंड में बैठे हमारा नैरेटिव ये होता है कि मैतेई और कुकीज़ आपस में लड़ रहे हैं, पर यहाँ रिलीफ कैंप में हम लोगों से बात करते हैं तो सालों साल से मैतेई कुकीज़ साथ में रहते आए हैं। ये जो वॉयलेंस अभी शुरू हुआ है, इसको यहाँ के लोगों का ये भी कहना है कि ये प्री प्लान्ड वॉयलेंस है। मैतेई ग्रुप जो एक है आरम बाई तेंगोल, उनके लोग 3 तारीख मई 2023 को रात में आते हैं और सबको वार्निंग भी दी जाती है और उसके बाद वॉयलेंस तुरंत शुरू कर दिया जाता है। तो व्हेन पीपल केम टू योर विलेजेस, सो वर दे कैरिंग आर्म्स लाइक गन्स एंड एवरीथिंग?
Yes, ma'am. Yes.
सो ये एक प्री प्लान्ड, डू यू थिंक इट्स अ प्री प्लान्ड
Yes,
थिंग?
ma'am. It's pre-planned only.
तो यहाँ पे लोगों को लग रहा है कि ये पहले से प्लान किया गया था और कुकी ट्राइब्स को टारगेट करना एक लंबी प्लानिंग के बाद शुरू किया गया है। ये ऐसा नहीं है कि 3 मई को कुछ शुरू हुआ और उसके बाद ये आउटकम हम देख रहे हैं। लेकिन सबसे ज़्यादा वर्स्ट अफेक्टेड जो लोग हैं वो यहाँ के लोग हैं जो यहाँ ट्राइब्स में सालों साल से रह रहे थे। अपने घर छोड़ के उनके घर जला दिए गए हैं, उनके घर में अब वो वापस जा नहीं सकते। वो यहाँ रिलीफ कैंप्स में इस सिचुएशन में रह रहे हैं जहाँ एक रूम में कुछ नहीं तो 8-9 फैमिलीज़ रहती हैं, छोटे छोटे बच्चे हैं, उन सब के साथ वो यहाँ पे रह रहे हैं। बेसिक चीज़ें भी पूरी नहीं हो पा रही हैं। तो किसी भी वॉयलेंस को शुरू होने के बाद वर्स्ट अफेक्टेड वहाँ के लोग होते हैं, जिस बात पर सरकार का कोई ध्यान नहीं है कि ये लोग अपने छोटे छोटे बच्चों के साथ कैसे रहेंगे, कैसे अपना खाना पानी करेंगे, बच्चों का फ्यूचर क्या है। अभी हम यहाँ लोगों से बात करते हैं और पूछते हैं कि आगे वो क्या देख रहे हैं, कब तक अंत होगा इस सब का, तो उनको नहीं पता है। फ्यूचर के बारे में उनको कुछ नहीं पता है। यंग लोग हैं, बच्चे हैं जिनका एजुकेशन भी पूरा नहीं हो पा रहा है। तो यहाँ पे टोटली सिचुएशन बहुत ग्रिम है और जल्द से जल्द सेंटर को इंटरवीन करना चाहिए ताकि ये लोग वापस अपने घरों तक पहुँच पाएँ। और अभी ये इतने डर में है कि सब रिलीफ कैंप में ही रह रहे हैं और काम करने के लिए कोई जगह नहीं है, तो पैसे का भी कोई सोर्स नहीं। चुराचांदपुर के रिलीफ कैंप में यहाँ आप देख पा रहे हैं डिफरेंटली एबल्ड बच्चे भी हैं जिनको कांगपोकपी डिस्ट्रिक्ट जो इम्फाल के दूसरी साइड है और चुराचांदपुर इम्फाल के आगे पड़ता है, तो इम्फाल के पीछे के कांगपोकपी डिस्ट्रिक्ट के गांव से ये लोग यहाँ भागकर पहुँचे हैं। जो कुकी स्टूडेंट्स ऑर्गेनाइजेशन है उन्होंने इनकी हेल्प की है कि उनको किसी तरह से रिलीफ कैंप तक पहुंचा दिया जाए, क्योंकि डिफरेंटली एबल्ड बच्चों के साथ पेरेंट्स को भी भागना पड़ रहा था, जिस वजह से जो लोकल ऑर्गेनाइजेशन है बच्चों की स्टूडेंट्स ऑर्गेनाइजेशन उन्होंने इनकी मदद की है। ये इस बच्चे की माँ है और आप देखिए इतने छोटे छोटे बच्चे हैं, इन सबको लेकर वो किसी तरह से कॉन्फ्लिक्ट जोन से भागे जब ग्रुप्स ने अटैक करना शुरू किया और वॉयलेंस इतना ज़्यादा बढ़ गया कि घर जलाने शुरू कर दिए गए। जैसे ही जो सामने पड़ रहा था उसको गोली मारनी शुरू कर दी गई, जलाना शुरू कर दिया गया। ब्रूटैलिटी जो है मणिपुर का जो पूरा 18 महीने से वॉयलेंस चल रहा है उसमें एक बहुत बड़ा फैक्टर हमें देखने को मिला है, ब्रूटल ग्रूसम तरीके से लोगों को मारना। आप ये जो मेरे पीछे देख रहे हैं ये वेस्ट फूड है, ये वो खाना है जो यहाँ पे रिलीफ कैंप में बच जा रहा है या लोग नहीं खा रहे हैं। ये इस तरह से यहाँ पर इसलिए रखा गया है कि इसको लोग खरीदेंगे। ये भी जो दूर दराज के लोग यहाँ पे, जैसा मैंने अभी बात की और उन्होंने कहा कि जो और लोग आते हैं वो ये खरीद के लेके जाते हैं। आप देखिए पीछे किस स्थिति में वो खाना रखा है और ये भी लोग खरीद रहे हैं। तो कॉन्फ्लिक्ट जोन में किस तरह से जो है चीज़ें ऑपरेट करती हैं, लोग इतने मिनिमम चीज़ें भी नहीं कर पा रहे हैं कि उनको ये खाना खरीद के खाना पड़ रहा है जस्ट इन ऑर्डर टू फीड देमसेल्व्स, इन ऑर्डर टू स्टे अलाइव। ये कॉन्फ्लिक्ट जोन की रियल सिचुएशन है। ये सिचुएशन आपको कोई मीडिया नहीं दिखा रहा है। सवाल ये है कि मीडिया क्यों यहाँ पर नहीं आता है। सारे बड़े बड़े मीडिया हाउसेस इम्फाल आते हैं, इम्फाल में अपनी रिपोर्टिंग करते हैं और लाविश होटल्स में रुक के वापस लौट जाते हैं। ये हो जाता है कि मणिपुर की सिचुएशन को कवर कर लिया गया है, लेकिन ये कोई मीडिया चैनल आपको नहीं दिखाता है कि यहाँ के लोग इतने मजबूर हैं कि उनको यहाँ पे भी वेस्ट फूड बेच रहे हैं ताकि इससे कुछ पैसा आए और फिर वो अपने बच्चों को कुछ खिला पाएँ, और जो ये ख़रीद रहा है उसके पास बेसिक खाने की भी जो है सहूलियत नहीं है, जिस वजह से वो ये ख़रीद के अपने बच्चों का पेट भर रहा है। आप यहाँ देखिए, ये इस तरह से यहाँ पे काफ़ी ये लगाया गया है। जब मैंने ये देखा और यहाँ पे लोगों से पूछा कि ये क्यों रखा गया है यहाँ पे, क्या इसको सुखा के कुछ करना है या क्या, तो उन्होंने कहा कि नहीं, ये बेचने के लिए रखा गया है, ये वेस्ट फूड है जो यहाँ पे बच गया है और ये बेचा जाएगा। तो लेयर्स में जो कॉन्फ्लिक्ट जोन में चीज़ें ऑपरेट करती हैं वो we have with us Delhi University professor, ma'am. What's your name first?
My name is Dr. Mercy K. Khaute.
Doctor, what is your understanding of what is happening in Manipur? Like, it's more than 18 months now that Manipur is seeing constant violence happening in the state, and still there's no center intervention. So what is your understanding of the situation?
I think there's a total chaos. There's a total breakdown of state machinery. There's a total disregard for human rights. There's a total disregard for life, as such. And what really, keeps lingering in the minds of the people here is, what is the definition or what is the understanding of peace for the central government, for the people of Manipur, irrespective of which community one may belong to? Because like you clearly mentioned, this issue has been going on for the last, 18 months. And it seems like this is going to still go on.
Yeah.
So what is it that the central government wants to do for us? Because the state has all the power to bring peace if it wants in a matter of 24 hours. But this hasn't happened, and the future doesn't look too bright. The future looks very bleak. Like I mentioned, and I would want to reiterate that there's a total disregard for the lives here. So the question that I in fact would want to put across is that, do we matter? Are we counted as human beings? Are we counted as citizens of this country? Don't we also deserve to have a peaceful sleep? Why should we always be shivering in pain and, in anticipation that what is next? Will it be worse than the, previous incident that has happened?
Right. So when all of this violence clashes happen in any part of the world, what majorly suffers is education and future of little children and youngsters. What is your take on that?
Yeah, definitely, most certainly, because now we people here, especially in Churachandpur, we don't have the political power to make certain changes that is required. So the best way and the only mechanism that is available to us is to perhaps go on a shutdown and a protest. To voice our opinion, to voice our, regard for the lost soul. For example, just the other day when 11 people were allegedly killed by the CRPF in the most heinous manner. Their eyeballs been, ducked out and all of things like that, and the post-mortem report has not been made public. Now, in order to show a respect, the local people here, they declared a shutdown. Now, what happens is that the school institutions are suffering. And there has been, so what we hear is that Imphal mein there's a problem, so there are, the internet has been shut down for the last 4-5 days. And now we've just got to know that another 2-3 days it's been extended again. So even if you talk about online classes, it's not possible because there's no internet connection.
Right.
And the institutions also are under an obligation to shut down the schools. Because that's the way we show respect for the departed souls, irrespective of who it may be. So when we talk about education institutions, we're not just talking about 1 year, 2 year, we're talking about, generations to come. So what is the message that we are giving to the generations? Will they not look back and say that what did you all do for us, that, you have landed us in a mess this way? So education is something that has really suffered, and it's suffering. Because these students, they don't, the classes, every time there's a shutdown, classes are suspended. But think about it, the CBSE schools or the other boards also, they will still have to sit and compete with the rest of the students across the country. So where do they stand? What about their future? So education is something that's been really affected.
So majority, what I know is majority of big institutions, government hospitals and all of these institutions are in Imphal. So now when they've made this interstate division, nobody from here can go to Imphal. So how are they taking care of their medical needs, or maybe a big government offices, all of them that are there in Imphal? So how are people coping up with that?
It's I don't know if people are able to cope up with that, because I am on I myself, and I'm on leave, which is why I'm here. And when I came to Manipur in the month of August, which was the monsoons, we had to spend a night on the road. So we were inside the vehicle because of the landslides and the heavy rain and all of that. And we came across a van which was carrying a very sick person, and I think the person died on the way. So healthy people like us also, in a way, in our youth, if we find it so difficult, what about them? So we don't, the district, Churachandpur district, we don't have MRI machines, so we don't have the facility for adequate facilities for dialysis also. So you can imagine that people need to be rushed to the nearest point, that is Aizawl, which takes us a good 18 hours by road, and tedious. It's not like the cities where you have a well laid out roads, very difficult terrain. And when you talk about the helicopters, it's just very recently that it has started flying twice in a week. But half the time it is also cancelled because either of the weather or technical issues. So it's difficult, life is difficult, it's unimaginable that in the 21st century, 2024, we are in a district, and this is one of the headquarters district where, there are no facilities at all.
Yeah.
And this issue that we are suffering for the last 18 years, it's not just one way, but I think we tribal communities are more at loss because we don't have the facilities. All the developments have been concentrated in the capital.
Yeah. One last question, which is that before this violence broke out in May 2023, both Kuki, Meitei tribes and community were living together and having no such sort of mayhem between them. So, one thing is, what is the background of both the communities? Have there been any more incident of violences before this broke out? And the other aspect to it is, what is your understanding of the current situation? Why does this? Why did it happen? I mean, and still Centre is not intervening in it. So why are they letting this happen in a way to say?
See, if you look at the historical narrative and what has happened in the past, this is not an isolated incident. But of course, the differences, the factional lines have been very deep rooted. And we have had incidences where, in 2016, if I'm not mistaken, the 3 bills, there was also another incident. See, we are tribal areas and the constitution allows us to be governed in a specific way under the 5th schedule, right? But there has been a total disregard for that. And when you talk about the autonomous district councils also, which are supposed to, which is a constitutional mechanism, right, for governance, even the elections have been pending for the last how many years only they would know, right? So the state has not fulfilled its obligation as laid down by the constitution, number 1. Number 2, like you rightly pointed out in the previous question, all the developments, institutions have been concentrated in the valley, in Imphal. So the tribal people, we always felt very left out. And if you look at the political representation also, it's not...
It's 40 from their side and
20 and even the 20 is divided among the Nagas and the Kuki zone, right? So it's very deep rooted, but yes, incidents like this have never been so deep rooted. So it would be, it's very difficult to say what is the actual cause. But the fact of the matter is that the solutions have to be long lasting, and the central government has not intervened adequately enough, effectively enough to actually bring out a solution. And trust me, the central government is very powerful to have solutions. It's just the political will that is missing.